Hi, I'm Ryan Fagan. I'm an associate broker with the Ardhi real estate team. I was born in Philadelphia, but I was raised in South Jersey. I went to Burlington Township High School. I graduated in '06. Growing up, I was always interested in computers. I always built computers with my dad. We ran a game server. We would build levels and all that kind of nerdy stuff, but it's something that I was into. The way I got into real estate is kind of interesting because in high school, I remember my dad started talking about investing in real estate, buying properties in Philly and renting them out. I would overhear him on the phone talking to friends, trying to collaborate with people to do that. Now, fast forward, out of high school, I joined the military and I did 4 years active duty in the Army. I did 15 months in Iraq. I also spent some time in Germany, Georgia, and Texas. But actually, when I was in Iraq, I would always read about investing. I was on investment forums like Bigger Pockets. I've read as many books and educated myself because once I got out of Iraq, I really wanted to start investing in real estate. So once I got back to Fort Hood, Texas, I immediately called a realtor, drove around, looked at properties. The first property I looked at was the one that I ended up buying, which was a fourplex. And I think the thing that made me really want to be a real estate agent later on was how helpful the real estate agent that I worked with was. She spent hours explaining the purchase agreement to me, and I just loved all the information. I loved learning, and I loved the fact that she educated me so much about real estate, and it helped me basically my whole life. And I kind of try to always pay that forward. I always want to educate people. I want to be that source and help people because my life wouldn't be what it is today without that agent teaching me a lot of things and showing me that property. So I purchased that property in 2010, and that's the same year that I actually got out of the military. This house was built in the 1900s, so that's really cool. We're living history right now. I love ranchers. Ranchers are the best to flip. If you're new at flipping or renovating properties, get you a small rancher. Can't mess it up. It's just cool how you have to brace it. You build a brace just to be able to take that down. And for some crazy reason, I ended up coming home to South Jersey. I decided to take advantage of the GI Bill. I went to Temple University. I did a bachelor's in business administration with a focus in real estate, which also allowed me to get my real estate license. And I worked part-time as a realtor, but I also worked at a property preservation company that had the Fannie Mae contract for foreclosed properties. So essentially my job was to make sure that the properties were maintained and taken care of, and there was all kinds of crazy issues that we'd have to deal with squatters and people breaking in and pipes bursting and all kinds of crazy situations. And we actually worked in tandem with the real estate agent whose job was to sell those bank-owned properties. This is on the heels of the financial crisis, and there were a lot of foreclosures. I learned a ton about real estate, especially bank-owned properties, in that job. And in the meantime, I was a part-time real estate agent in Philadelphia. I ended up taking another job at a commercial appraisal firm where I learned the most about real estate in the shortest period of time. The type of research that you have to do as a commercial appraisal assistant or analyst is incredible. It's very in-depth. We worked with the government, we worked with eminent domain situations, and all kinds of interesting issues. After a pretty short time there, I went to work as a licensed loan officer. So essentially, I sold mortgages, I did refinances and some purchases and cash out refinances. So there I learned the finance side of real estate. Eventually, I kind of got tired of doing mortgages. It wasn't personalized enough, and I went full-time into real estate, and I left my mortgage loan officer position. And now I'm a broker with a team, and I'm teaching agents how to provide that same service that I got when I was younger with that first investment, and how I've been helping people as well.